Hey guys, I'm Robb Dedman with AgroTech USA. I'm here today with Charlie Liger up here in Maryland. And Charlie, we talked to Charlie back earlier in the year. As many of you guys saw the video and some of the pictures on the website, on Facebook and all that. But Charlie did some interesting work with NutriCharge Release. He had some fields that what he did was he applied chicken litter, and then he turned around and he applied Release to it, and then he did some commercial fertilizer and Release, and then he did some Release itself. But in the field, when we were out there, we were looking at the agronomic differences in the field. We were looking at color, we were looking at plant size, we were looking at root difference. I think what we want to follow up on is, now that we've made the harvest, let's talk about the ROI, Charlie. Tell us a little bit about what you saw out there. And this really does bring it home to me, is how, when we talk about the numbers that we're going to look at how impressive what you did was.
Yeah, actually, it was surprising to say the least. You know, the plant health looked great in the beginning, you know, as we saw, but then, like I say, put the combine, put it, you know, into harvest, and the untreated, you know, we were looking at 211 bushels, and then where the treated was 232. You know, that was a swing itself on the commercial fertilized. You know, that was a swing itself of 21 bushels. And then you throw in the manure side, the chicken litter side, and that really, you know, that was a big swing from the untreated. You know, you're talking a 52 bushel swing, which we use standard economics of where corn is today at $4.30, you know, the 211 bushels, we're looking at $906.30 gross. Take the difference of the commercial fertilizer that was applied. You know, that's a difference of $750.73 on the untreated, and then we jump to the commercial fertilizer where we treated with NutriCharge Release, and that was an ROI, a swing, excuse me, that was a swing of $832.05, which was an 82 and 12 cent return on investment between the commercial fertilizer and the untreated piece.
So basically right there, what we're talking about is that NutriCharge Release cost you $14.75 an acre to apply. When you spent that $14.75 an acre, a lot of people go, well, that's a pretty expensive application to make at the time. Then we saw it in the field. Well, it was really defined. But now here, in your bank account, we put $82.12 per acre additional money
on the commercial side fertilizer, because I tried to replicate what I did with the chicken litter. I replicated the same commercial fertilizer, same varieties of corn. There's really no difference, weather change across the driveway. None of that factors into their thing. So then we jump to the manure side, and geez, that's where we saw our biggest jump in yield. And then also, you know, when you throw the numbers, take the chicken litter cost, all that stuff, the ROI, I mean, we're looking at $245.42.
For the same analysis. You just used chicken manure versus commercial.
Correct.
And NutriCharge Release versus commercial and NutriCharge Release. $82 with just Release on commercial, but where you put the Release on the litter, and that's where we focused Release to go out at. You know, we've really focused this Release product on these high phosphorus, a lot of manure type ground and things like that, and that's what we developed the product for. And that's why right there, $245 to you. That's your return for that $14.75 investment.
Yes. Now, it's hard to see the swing in the yield monitor on the commercial side and the untreated. It was hard to see that until we broke the data out of that. But once we jumped into the manure field, I mean, it just showed
daylight and dark,
right, like you flipped a switch.
Yep.
And that's where I saw, like, holy crap, we really got something going on here.
Well, you know, 3 years ago when we developed NutriCharge Release, it was after the work that we did up here with you guys in Maryland because of your nutrient management plans. You guys are probably, I'm going to say, good or bad, however you want to call it, leading the nation in nutrient management plans, and it's because of the runoff that was going into the bay.
Sure.
And so you guys had to do something, you know.
Well, we had to do something. Well, mainly because of government regulation, and their hands were tied.
Yeah.
So we're stuck, you know, having to do what we have to do. We're forced in that situation. We just can't help ourselves and throughout. So we got to make the best out of everything we apply.
Yeah, you've learned how to get the biggest bang for your buck.
We're still learning, you know, as with NutriCharge Release and all these other products. So that's a good thing, you know. So it's certainly helping us in our situation a lot.
Yeah, and we're in one of the largest chicken producing areas in the country, here on the Delmarva. You know, we typically talk about the South. Arkansas is one of the largest producers of broilers, but we get up here and you guys are producing just right about the same amount of broilers as we are in Arkansas. You're not far behind on a much smaller land mass. So I think the way you're handling the manure, you're getting the manure on the crop ground. We're not going and supplementing a lot of commercial fertilizer for the manure. We're actually getting the nutrients we need for the crop out of the manure. But then the really cool part is when we add the release, guys, we're picking up that extra benefit of that manure. We're really getting that manure into that plant to the tune of $245 an acre, more revenue in your bank account at the end of the year per acre.
Yes, and also keep in mind, you know, we like a lot of people had a tough weather year as well.
You did have a tough weather year.
So, you know, thank God we caught the timely rains as we did, but, you know, we were scratch and go there for a while, and we were back to, you know, feeding the crop along because Mother Nature wasn't cooperating very well. So if Mother Nature had cooperated, what would the difference been, what we have seen then? Because we're talking dry land here, we're not talking irrigation.
Yeah, this is dry land. You get what you got.
You know, so to get that on a dry year, man, that's pretty amazing to me. That the plant health was always there. I saw it with my passes, fungicide pass. You know, you saw the health of the corn, even though it was going through some drought stress, and we use stress mitigators as well. And that really helped keep that plant healthy through the stress.
Yeah, you know, nothing we do. I mean, we use these stress mitigators, but there's really, as much as we want to try to help that plant along, there's nothing that mitigates moisture stress better than moisture itself, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
So, but anyway, guys, so here we are today with Charlie Liger up here in Maryland. Charlie, you $245 an acre richer today.
Man, it's hard to walk away from the. It hurts your feelings when you buy a tub of NutriCharge Release, but wow, I think we'll see more tubs headed this direction.
Well, that's great. We appreciate your business as always. We look forward to continuing to work with you on your farm up here. Guys, as usual, like we always say, if you've got questions or comments, or if we can work with you on your farm, be sure to reach out to us at AgroTechUSA.com. Fill out that inquiry. We'll get right back to you as soon as we can. Got some great specials going on right now for the fall. Some opportunities out there, some financing opportunities, things like that for the product. I'm Robb Dedman, here with Charlie Liger in Maryland. We're with NutriCharge.